sometimes I get really angry when I see some very responsible, I don't know what this is for one, posting, kind of saying that I was behind the murders of sheikhs, really.
My guest tonight is retired General Kayihura, former Inspector General of Police. General, you have been linked to the murders of sheikhs, even your friend Joan Kagezi.
Well, it's crazy.
Looking back, do you think that during your tenure as IGP you were able to solve these murders?
Most of them, actually. But first, let me clearly, I don't want to express my anger. Because for somebody to suggest that I could be behind the killing of Sheikh Kiri and Sheikh by him, who were my collaborators, and who clear intelligence established that they were killed because they were linked, they were helping government. They were killed by ADF. They were calling, there is a word. We have evidence. There is one suspect I remember very well called Kabambwe, Ali Kabambwe, who was responsible for killing a number of sheikhs, and even the LC3 of Namayin called Okware, the first one. We got him and he confessed. He even killed 2 policemen when I was camped in Bugiri. 2 policemen who were guarding the home of Justice Monda. After then that's how he was got, and we even led us to where they had hidden the guns. Instead of what bothers me is maybe some people who post out those whatever they post out, maybe it's out of ignorance, a lack of information. But
what about for the case of Joan Kagezi?
Joan Kagezi was, first of all, let me say this. I told you Joan Kagezi was attached to us as basically a principal legal advisor because of our investigations were prosecution led, as I told you, and her murder was a big shock to us, especially to me, who was very close to her. And you remember the requiem service we had in Tinda, and what I said, my speech. We put the team. By that time, of course, the team she was advising was inter-agency security team. All the agencies were represented, including even from SFC. Then, because we it was definitely clear from the intelligence we had, perpetrated by elements connected with the ADF. That was the intelligence that we had. On top of our joint team, FBI joined in, reinforced us, because Joan had worked very closely with the FBI, and they were really saddened by what had happened. So it was a formidable team that investigated, that we put together to investigate, connected to Al-Shabaab. Others were connecting to ADF. Of course, that's a case that case and the one of Kawes, and I don't know, talking about the prominent cases that I left unfinished, as unfinished business. But we had established leads. There was a joint team. So for somebody to, out of the blue, the kind of, this is, I see after the arrest of this man, Nixon, against me. And I'm really grateful to the president. Really, we should be grateful, Canada, to the president. The president is very, very patient, doesn't rush. While there was pressure to arrest me, they came and picked me from here. And there had been that established that audio that I'm sure you followed, that was fake. It was just manufactured. With the witnesses they had were fabricated. This is not this was again a joint security team which investigated all that. Rubbish team.
For the
So,
case,
so the same thing is happening now to me and my family, based on complete falsehoods. Is the same, I think they're the same forces now starting this. I thought they had given up, because it's ridiculous for somebody to suggest that I hate Muslims. If anything, if there's any community that I have a lot of intimate relations, this is the Muslim community. The leadership. Go to Prince Nakiving, Sheikh Habib Kajimu. I've just told you of these sheikhs who I was working with, including even Sheikh Kamoga at one time, because my approach was to mobilize, to win over. That's the approach I know, which we used effectively in fighting the Bush War. So really, it's malicious, it's false, it's annoying, and especially, you see, what even kills me, after the murder of Joan and Kagezi, I took responsibility for the security of the family. Not only that, I cared for them to the extent I could. Right now, the children are not different from my biological children, and they are so close. Now you can imagine what damage it does. These irresponsible people writing nonsense in the social media.
Let's talk about the new evidence that has linked Nixon Agasirwe, former police officer,
what evidence? I'm not aware.
to the killing of Joan Kagezi. His operational scope was under you. Were you aware of his links to the crime?
Actually, let me tell you, there's something which, one of the lines of investigations